ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. What is the meaning of this shloka? Shlokasya arthah.
जी न श्रूयते जी.
Okay, can you hear me now? अस्य श्लोकस्य अर्थः जानाति किम्?
नमस्ते जी. एषः विघ्नेश्वरस्य स्तोत्रं जी.
यस, विघ्नेश्वर प्रार्थना श्लोकः. विघ्नानाम् ईश्वरः विघ्नेश्वरः. विघ्न इति युक्ते किं? प्रतिबन्धः, ऑब्स्टकल, राइट? विघ्नानाम् ईश्वरः विघ्नेश्वरः. विनायकः, सः एव विनायकः अपि. So he is the lord of obstacles. So he is the lord of obstacles. Vignanam Ishwarah iti yukte सः न विघ्नदाता. People think he is विघ्नदाता. सः कर्मफलदाता. कर्मणः फलं ददाति. कर्मणः फलं पापपुण्यरूपे वर्तेते, तदेव सः ददाति. यदि कर्म पुण्यकर्म चेत् पुण्यं ददाति, कर्मफलं पुण्यरूपेण भवति. यदि कर्म पापकर्मः चेत्, यदि पापकर्म चेत् प्रतिबन्धरूपेण कार्यस्य विघ्नः भवति. अतः विघ्नेश्वरः केवल कर्मफलदाता, ईश्वरः कर्मफलदाता, सः न विघ्नदाता. विघ्नेश्वरः अस्य नाम, विघ्नहर्ता अपि तस्य नाम. विघ्नेश्वरस्य नाम विघ्नहर्ता, विघ्नानां हर्ता, हर्तृ. He is a destroyer of obstacles. अतः एव कक्षायाः पूर्वं मंगलाचरणरूपेण विघ्नेश्वर प्रति प्रार्थनां समर्पयित्वा कक्षारम्भं कुर्मः. वैदिक संप्रदाये यदि कोऽपि कर्म, यदि किमपि कर्मणः आरम्भं कुर्मः चेत् प्रथमं विघ्नेश्वर पूजाम् अथवा प्रार्थनां कुर्मः. अनन्तरं कर्मारम्भं कुर्मः. किमर्थं? कर्मणि अनेक प्रतिबन्धाः विघ्नाः भवितुं शक्यन्ते. अतः एव विघ्नेश्वर नमस्कारं कृत्वा कर्म आरम्भं कुर्मः. अस्मिन् श्लोके वयं विघ्नेश्वरं प्रति अस्माकं प्रार्थनां समर्पयामः. का प्रार्थना? हे विघ्नेश्वर, हे वक्रतुंड इत्युक्ते ट्रंक, वक्र इति it is curved. So हे वक्रतुंड, संबोधना. हे वक्रतुंड. वक्रं तुंडं यस्य सः, बहुव्रीहि समासः. यस्य तुंडं वक्रः भवति, वक्रतुंड. हे वक्रतुंड, संबोधना. अकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः वक्रतुंड शब्दः, रामशब्दवत् संबोधने हे वक्रतुंड. तद्वदेव महाकाय. तस् कायः इत्युक्ते उदरं, लम्बोदरम् अपि लंबोदरः अपि तस्य नाम एव हे महाकाय the one with the huge body शरीरम सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा कोटि सूर्य crores of sun समप्रभा प्रभा इत्युक्ते शैन् प्रभा अतः संबोधना तत्तु विघ्नेश्वरः विघ्नेश्वर पुल्लिङ्गशब्दः अतः कोटि सूर्य समप्रभा इति संबोधने प्रथमा विभक्ति संबोधने एकवचनं कोटि सूर्य समप्रभा कोटि सूर्यानां प्रकाशं यथा भवति तद्वत् विघ्नेश्वरस्य स्वरूपमपि हे कोटि सूर्य समप्रभा इति विघ्नेश्वर प्रशंसां संबोधन रूपे कृत्वा प्रार्थनां कुर्मः सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु मे मम मम सर्वदा always सर्वकार्येषु in all undertakings निर्विघ्नं कुरु make my all undertakings free from obstacles निर्विघ्नं कुरु कुरु लोट्लकार मध्यम पुरुष एकवचनं कुरु त्वं कुरु ये विघ्नेश्वर हे वक्रतुंड हे महाकाय हे सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु मम मे सर्वकार्येषु सदा निर्विघ्नं कुरु always make my undertakings free from obstacles तदेव तस्य श्लोकस्य अर्थः सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सरस्वती प्रार्थना सरस्वती एव ज्ञान दाता ज्ञान विद्या ज्ञान देवता हे सरस्वती संबोधना इकारान्त इति ईकारान्तः सरस्वती शब्दः नदी शब्दवत् भवति अत्र सरस्वती ह्रस्वः किञ्चित् केचित् जनाः एतावत् रटनं कुर्वन्ति सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं तत् अशुद्धः सरस्वती ह्रस्वः एव भवति न दीर्घः सरस्वती न भवति सरस्वती इति युक्ते सरस्वती प्रथमा विभक्तिः एकवचनं भवति अत्र तु संबोधन प्रथमा एकवचनं हे सरस्वती संबोधना तुभ्यं नमः नमस्कार टू यू हे वरदे वरं ददाति इति वरद वरदा वरं ददाति इति वरदा आकारान्त स्त्रीलिङ्ग वरं ददाति इति वरदा संबोधने रमा शब्दवत् रमे भवति हे वरदे हे कामरूपिणी तस्याः रूपं काम प्लेसेंट भवति कामरूपिणी प्लेसेंट फॉर्म pleasing form the one with the pleasing form कामरूपिणी अहं विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि वयं विद्यारंभं कुर्मः सदा सिद्धिः भवतु always let there be success let me attain let me gain what I have to siddhi means success let me complete or let me learn let me fulfill the task of learning by your grace it's a prarthana so asking seeking the grace of Saraswati तस्याः अपि नमस्कारं वयं कृत्वा प्रथमं विघ्नेश्वरम् अनन्तरं सरस्वती नमस्कारं कृत्वा अनन्तरं गुरु नमस्कारं साक्षात् कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञान प्रशास्तारं सर्वे प्रथम द्वितीया विभक्तिः एकवचनम् अहं प्रणतः अस्मि अहं सदा अहं प्रणतः अस्मि अहं नमस्करोमि प्रणतः अस्मि इत्युक्ते नमस्करोमि कं नमस्करोमि साक्षात् कृतं for whom the atma is sakshat kritam the sakshat is here it is the atma is kritam sakshat is made yes that is yes the vision of Atma, oneself, is Atma-jnani. Dayanandam, his name is Dayanandam. Daya cha aso Anandaha, Ananda Swarup, Daya Rupaha, Daya cha, his Swabhava his Swarupa is Daya, and his Ananda. So Dayananda. Tasya Guroho Nama, Dayananda. Saheva Sakshat Kritaha api. Paramartha Swarupinam. Paramartha ityukte Paramartha, moksha, that is freedom. Paramartha ityukte freedom is of the form of freedom. The one who is free from samsara bandha, is moksha swarupi. Tam tattvajnana prashastaram. Tattvajnana is atmajnana. Atmajnana prakarshena shasti, teaches. Shastru, rikaranta shabda. Rikarantaha, kartra shabdavat. Karta kartaro kartarha kartaram. Tadvateva prashastaram. Prashastru. Shasta is Ayyappa. Lord Ayyappa also Shasta. Shastaro, Shastaraha, Shastaram. Prakarshena Shastaram. Kim Atmajnanam, Tattvajnanam. Tam Gurum Pranataha Asmi. Tasya Param Padam. Padamikti Pado api Bhavati. Pado. Param Padam. Namaskaram Karomi. Namaskaromi. Then Vagartha viva sampraktau Vagartha pratipattaye Jagatah pitaro vande Parvati parameshwaro. Vak iti yukte shabdaha. Artha iti yukte artha eva. Meaning, yata vak artha sampraktau tesham tayogo sambandhaha yata bhavati. Vagartha pratipattaye, the word and the meaning, they are intertwined. You cannot separate it. Similarly, Parvati and Parameshwara, they are the Pitaro, parents of the world. Jagataha Pitaro, Parvati Parameshwaro, Aham Bande, Aham Namaskaromi. It's a beautiful shloka written by Kalidasa in Raghuvamsha. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. Then Yenakshara samamnayam adhigamya maheshwarat Kरणम व्याकरणम प्रोक्तम तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. नमः तस्मै नमः. तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. मम नमस्कारं to Panini Maharishi. Saha yena akshara samamnayam adhigamya Maheshwarat akshara samamnayam adhigamya Vyakaranam Kritstam Prakarshena Uttam. Tasmai Paninaye Namaha, my namaskara to Panini Maharishi, by whom Yena, the whole Vyakarana, Krishnam Vyakaranam. Krishnam is entire, complete, total, complete Vyakaranam. That is Samskrita Vyakaranam. Yena Proktam, Uttam, complete Vyakaranam told by him. Who? Panini Maharishi. See, the namaskara to by whom the complete Panini, the complete Vyakaranam Sanskrit grammar was taught. Yena Akshara Samamnayam Maheshwarat Adhigamya. Maheshwarat, Ishwarat, from Lord Shiva. Maheshwarat Akshara Samamnayam Adhigamya. After receiving Akshara Samamnayam. After receiving Akshara Samamnayam by Panini Maharishi, the complete Vyakaranam was taught. To him I offer my namaskara. Now, Akshara Samamnayam iti yukte kim? Vadatu. Copy. Akshara Samamnayam. Please unmute your mic. Unmute Krutva. Janati kim? Na janati. Akshara Samamnayam.
न जानामि।
अक्षरसमानायम् इत्युक्ते माहेश्वरसूत्राणि उपयोगं कृत्वा
सूत्राणि जानन्ति किं सर्वः
किञ्चित् किञ्चित् जानीमः
तदपि पाठयामि अक्षरसमाम्नायम् इत्युक्ते सूत्राणि अस्ति किल तस्य नाम एव अन्यनाम एव अक्षरसमाम्नायम् द ग्रूप ऑफ द कलेक्शन ऑफ वर्ड्स अक्षरसमाम्नायम् शब्दराशि not शब्दराशि this collection of the letters akshara collection of letters of the language which is in the form of the sutra format, and it was revealed to Panini Maharishi. Therefore, by whom? By Lord Shiva. Therefore, Maheshwarat Adigamya, having received that Maheshwara Sutra itself is called Maheshwara Sutrani. Why? Because Maheshwarat Agatani Sutrani, Maheshwara Sutrani. Maheshwara Sutranam Anya Nama Eva Akshara Samamnayam. So that Akshara, that Maheshwara Sutrani, it has come from Maheshwara, received by Panini Maharishi. So the one who has received sutras from the Maheshwarat, Adigamya, having received what this Akshara Samamnayam, that is the Sutrani, Maheshwara Sutrani, by whom? Yena, by whom? Krishnam Vyakaranam Proktam, the complete Vyakaranam was taught. So the Vyakaranam has its basis on Maheshwara Sutra. Maheshwara Sutras are the backbone of Paniniya Vyakaranam. That is very clearly mentioned in this shloka. So through this shloka dwara vayam Maharishim Paninim Namaskaram Kurmaha. Then Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam. Vararuchi Patanjali Panini Ete Vayyakaranaha Munitrayam इत्युक्ते त्रयाणां मुनिः त्रयाणां मुनीनां समाहारः मुनित्रयम्. Three munis, three rishis. They are more than grammarians. In fact, grammarians are after. They are the rishis. They are the pramanam. They are the people from whom all the Vyakarana literature has come. So they are the pramanam for any grammar related questions or the problem. So who is the solution? First is Sutrakara, Panini Maharishi. If what Panini Maharishi says is not clear, then you have to refer to Vararuchi. If Vararuchi is what he says is also not clear or not acceptable, if there is any contention, then you have to refer Patanjali. Patanjali is one who has written the Bhashya on the Panini Sutra. And Vararuchi is one who has mentioned certain things which Panini Maharishi has not mentioned. So Sutrakara is Panini Maharishi, and Vararuchi has added certain things to the Sutra which Panini Maharishi has not mentioned. And Patanjali is the one who had written Bhashyam, commentary on the Sutra. So Uttarattara Pramanam Bhavati. So Vakyakaram Vararuchim, I salute to the three sages, Munitrayam, Namaskaram Krutva, Namaskaram Karomi. Vararuchi is Vakyakara. Vartikakara, Vartika is that which are added to the Sutra. Sutra which have, in the Sutras which have not presented certain rules very clearly, or Panini Maharishi has missed certain thing, then Vartikakara would have mentioned that. So Vartikakara, Vararuchi, and Patanjali is written Bhashyam on the Panini Sutra, and that is called Mahabhashya, and Sutrakara is Panini. So, Patanjali Mahabhashyam is the strongest among the three. Uttarotara Muninam Pramanyam Bhavati. For the Vyakaranam, all the three works, all the three work of the three rishis are the Pramanam. But the Patanjali's Mahabhashyam, it gets its Pramanatvam, strong status, compared to Vartikakara, Patanjali, compared to Sutrakara, Vartikakara, that is Vararuchi. So, there is an order of the Pramanatvam. Pramana means that which has the status of, which has the Pramanatvam, the status of being the means of knowledge. See, Pramanam is means of knowledge, that by which you firmly get knowledge. The knowledge is firm. That which can give you firm knowledge, that is called a Pramana. Like your eyes are the Pramanam for seeing the forms and the color. You don't have to consult your ears. You don't have to consult your nose for the perception of the color or the form. That is called Pramanam. Pramanam means means of knowledge. So, among the three, Patanjali has got the strongest Pramanatvam. So, that which is not clearly mentioned by Panini Maharishi, in that case, you have to refer Vararuchi, Vakyakara, Vartika you have to refer. When you study Vartika, that also is not clear, then you refer to Patanjali. So, what Patanjali says is final. That is called Pramanatvam. So, with regard to these certain things in Vyakaranam, if it is not clear, where there is no clarity with regard to the Vyakarana Vishaya, where there is certain lack of clarity, you have to refer Patanjali finally. When the clarity is not gained through Sutra or the Vartika, then Patanjali Mahabhashya finally gives you the clarity. It means you have to refer the Bhashyam only. So what Mahabhashyakara says, that is final with regard to the Vyakaranam, with regard to a Shabda, with regard to the Shabda Rupa, how the word is formed, the Vyutpatti, Vyakaran Niyama, the etymology for that, Patanjali is the final Pramanam. That's why strongest Pramanatvam. Mahabhashyam has got strongest Pramanatvam. The Bhashyam is called Mahabhashyam. Here, Bhashyakara. Shankaracharya api Bhashyakara eva. Kintu Patanjali Mahabhashyakara. Tena eva Bhashyam Rachitam. Panini Maharishi Ashtadhyayi iti Granthasya Bhashyam Patanjali Munina Rachitam Tasya Ataha Patanjalehe Nama eva Mahabhashyakaraha. Bhashyasya Nama Mahabhashyam. Ataha Patanjalehe Nama Mahabhashyakaraha iti. Bhashyakaraha Shankaracharyaha. Mahabhashyakaraha Patanjali Munihi. Kimartam tasya Nama Mahabhashyakaraha. Tena eva Mahabhashyam Rachitam. Ataha tasya nama Mahabhashyakaraha. Therefore, ataha Munitrayam namaskritva vayam Vyakaranam patamaha iti. Anantaram Shanti Pataha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Badhitamastu ma Vitvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Idanim You can repeat. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje.
रामं रमेशं भजे
Ramena Bihata Nishachara Chamuh Ramaya Tasmai Namaha.
रामेणाभिहता
निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः।
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्.
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दास्योऽम्यहम्
दासोऽस्म्यहम्.
दासोऽस्यहं
दासः अस्मि अहं दासोऽस्म्यहम्.
रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर.
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे
भो राम मामुद्धर।
व्याकरणमिति युक्ते किं शब्दानुशासनम्. व्याक्रियन्ते व्युत्पद्यन्ते शब्दाः अनेन इति व्याकरणं. वेदांगेषु व्याकरणं मुखस्थानीयं वर्तते. सर्वे अस्माभिः पठितं. वेदपुरुषस्य वेदांगानि भवति. शिक्षा, कल्प, व्याकरणं, छन्दः, निरुक्तं, ज्योतिषं. व्याकरणं वेदपुरुषस्य मुखस्थानीयं भवति. व्याकरणं is said to be the mukham of the Veda Purusha. Mukham Vyakaranam tasya Jyotisham Netram Uchyate. Veda Purushasya Netram Chakshuhu Jyotisham, astrology or astronomy. Niruktam Shrotram Shrotram Uddishtam Chandasam Vichitif Pade. Shiksha Grananta Vedasya Hasto Kalpan Prachakshate. Niruktam is considered to be the Shrotra, the ears, and Chandas considered to be the feet. Shiksha Shastram considered to be the Ghana, the nose, and Hasta. Kalpa is considered to be the Hasta, the hands of the Veda Purusha. Therefore, Vyakaranam tasya mukam bhavati. Veda Purushasya mukam bhavati. Now, from here, we will continue. व्याकरणं द्विविधं भवति. लौकिकं वैदिकम् इति व्याकरणं द्विविधं भवति. लौकिकम् इति युक्ते किं? भाषा विषयकं व्याकरणं लौकिकं. भाषा, लौकिक भाषा, व्यावहारिक भाषा विषयकं व्याकरणं लौकिकं भवति. लौकिक इस् लोके भवति लौकिकं. That is transactional language. Lokika Bhasha. Vaidikam is Veda Vishayakam Vaidikam Bhavati. Veda Vishayakam Vaidikam. So, Lokika Vyakaranam Vaidika Vyakaranam. Here to be noted, the grammar which is followed, the Lokika, cannot be applied to the Vaidika. In fact, what is there in Vaidika, that alone is a pramana even for the Lokika. Understand? Samskrita Vyakaranam, that Lokika Vyakaranam in the transactional language, the language what we speak, the Samskrita in the world, that for that, it is based on the Veda only. Okay. Not the other way. So, in the Laukika, there are some modifications done, maybe over a period of time. Therefore, it seems to differ from the Vaidika Vyakaranam. So, Vaidika Vyakaranam eva Pratishakyam iti namna avagamyate. This Vaidika Vyakaranam, it is called by the name Pratishakya. We said there are 4 Vedas. Vedaha, Chaturvedaha santi kila. Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. Pratyekam Vedasya Pratishakyam asti. individual Veda. In fact, Pratyekam Vedasya, for a particular section, there is a grammar. Each branch of Veda has its own section of grammar called Pratishakyam. Topics like Shabda Nishpatti, Ucharana Vidhi, Pada Nirmanam, Sandhi Prakriya are dealt in the Pratishakyam. We are not going to study Pratishakyam. Just no, that much is enough. Because you know Lokika Vyakaranam, you cannot understand Veda. You cannot apply the Lokika Vyakaranam, understand Veda. Veda, you will find there is a grammar system that it has got separate section of grammar, Pratishakyam, where Shabda Nishpatti, Shabda Utpatti, and how the Shabda to be pronounced, how the Pada to be created, and how the Sandhi, normal Sandhi, the Vyakaran Sandhi, what we are going to learn, that cannot be applied there. There it has got the special system, grammar systems are there. So that is called Pratishakya. So Vaidika Vyakaranam is called Pratishakya, and Laukika Vyakaranam, for that we have 9 grammar system. Among them, one is Paniniya Vyakaranam. Is it clear?
Astuji.
Yes. They all introduction. Now, some examples of Pratishakyani. Rigveda Pratishakyam and Vajasaneyi Pratishakyam, Taittiriya Pratishakyam, then Rik Tantram, then Pushya Sutra Pratishakyam, Shaunakya Pratishakyam, Atharvaveda Pratishakyam, some of the Pratishakya. All these are the grammar sections where the rules are given, how the Shabda to be pronounced, how the Shabda to be constructed, etc. So that we have to follow with regard to those sections of the Veda. If you want to understand that portion of the Veda, you have to refer that grammar section. That is called Pratishakya. Now, Laukika Vyakaranam, that is what we are interested in. Laukika Vyakaranam, Bahuni Vyakaranani Shruyante. How many Vyakarana systems are there? Kati Vyakaranani Santi. Aindram, Chandram, Kashakritsnam, Kaumaram, Shakatayanam, Sarasvatam, Chapishalam, Shakalyam, Paniniyakam, iti Nava Vyakaranani Shruyante Loke. There were 9 systems of grammar. Bhavatyah जानन्ति किं कः सर्वव्याकरण निपुणः कः?
आञ्जनेयः.
वेरी गुड. नवव्याकरण पंडितः Hanuman ji is one who has mastered all the Vyakarana system. One Vyakaranam itself difficult. Eka Vyakaranam Vyakarana Patanam कठिनं भवति, किन्तु सः नवव्याकरणपण्डितः. Not an ordinary thing. So Aindram, Chandram, Kashakritstam, Kaumaram, Shakatayanam, Sarasvatam, Apishalam, Shakalam, Paniniyakam. 9 grammar systems are mentioned. Paniniyakam, Ekam Vyakarana, Ekam Vyakaranam, Paninina Proktam, Paniniyam Vyakaranam. Paniniya Vyakaranam, that which was taught by Panini Maharishi is called Paniniya Vyakaranam. Tena Proktam, Panini Maharishina Proktam Paniniyakam. Yeshu Sarveshu Vyakaraneshu Paninehe Vyakaranam eva Sarva Atishayi Vartate Sarvanga Purnatvat Vaijnanika Shaili Matvacha. Paniniya Vyakaranam considered to be the most superior. Sarva Atishayi Vartate. It is complete and also it is scientific. Vaijnanika Shaili. That's why it is it's a metaphysical language. You will see that sutras, Sutra Pata, it is in like the computer language, the C language, the Java. So like that, it is in a language. It's like a programming metaphysical programming language. Beautifully it is constructed. पाणिनीय व्याकरणस्य आधारभूता रचना अष्टाध्यायी नाम्ना उपलभ्यते. So the व्याकरण system is available in the form of the text called Ashtadhyayi. Adharabhuta Rachana. Ashta means 8. Adhyaya means chapter. Ashtanam Adhyayanam Samaharaha Ashtadhyayi. Samahara Dvandva Samasa. Ashtadhyayi is the name of the Grantha. Vyakarana Granthasya Nama Eva Ashtadhyayi. So we refer to the work of Panini Maharishi by the word Ashtadhyayi, by the number of chapters. 8 chapters are there. 8-chaptered work, Ashtadhyayi. So that is what we are going to see. I will refer that. We are not going to see in detail because the time will not be there. Ashtadhyayi is a separate branch, a study. It takes long time to study Ashtadhyayi. Regular, continuous, consistent study required. We are going to deal with only certain topics, Sandhi, Karaka, like that. I will mention the sutra, I'll explain, and I will show you the Ashtadhyayi also. Have you seen Ashtadhyayi? Have you seen before? Anybody? Yes or no?
No, no, Ji.
No. Okay. Is my voice clear to all of you? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, sir. It's clear for me.
Okay, because complete silence, I don't know. So, among the 9 ancient grammar systems, the most famous grammar available today is the Ashtadhyayi of Panini. Panini Maharishi himself mentions 10 grammarians in his various sutras like Apishali, Kashyapa, Gargya, Galava, Chakravarmana, Bharadwaja, Shakatayana, Shakalya, Senaka, Spotayana. They're all Vayakaranas, Panini Maharishi, Purvacharyas, Panini Maharishi mentioned these names. Some were before him, some were living in the same period. So as a mark of respect, Panini Maharishi, he mentions their names. Wherever there is acceptance on the part of Panini Maharishi, the Vyakaranam or the rule of the Purva Vayakarana or the Vayakarana who are living in the same time, he has mentioned those names. We will see when we see some Sandhi Sutra, there we can see the word Shakatayana or Shakalya. We will see the name of the Shakalya. You would say, according to Shakalya Maharishi, Shakalya Muni, that this rule is applied. It means Panini Maharishi accepts Shakalya also, his concept also, his view also with regard to Vyakaranam he accepts. So he has taken the names of these rishis in some places in the sutra, not everywhere, some places. Then the name Kasha Kritsna, it's not found in Ashtadhyayi, but as mentioned by Mahabhashyakara in Mahabhashya. Mahabhashyakara Patanjali. Mahabhashyakara Patanjali Munehe Anya Nama. Tena eva Mahabhashyam Kritam. Ataha Mahabhashyakaraha iti namna jnayate. And in the Mahabhashyam, Kasha Kritsna, another Vyakarana name is found. The earlier grammar systems mentioned above had an impact on the grammar system of Panini. Many sanyas, what is sanya? What is the meaning of the word sanya? Sanya iti yukte kyum? Vadatu, sanya?
Na janami.
Okay. Sanya means name. We are going to see sanya. Different sanyas, different names we are going to see. I'll explain all these things in detail. Many sanyas used by, many names used by Panini Maharishi. Name means not the names of the person, the names of the letter or the word Like if you say swaraha means what? Vowels. Vyanjanani, consonants. Those are the names for the vowels. Name is there. Consonants name is there. Ushma varna means sibilants. Name. Similarly, there are many names which are used by Panaya Maharishi in the Ashtadhyayi, and they are actually taken from previous grammars systems. And also he makes references to pratyas like ong, ang, etc., which are taken from the previous grammar systems and not told by him in his grammar. So he has taken, when you study Ashtadhyayi, you will understand. He has taken the names from the previous grammar systems. Then, so up to this, is it clear? Spashtam bhavati kim? Kopi samshayah asti chet prashtum shakyate. Vadatu. Yes. You have any questions?
No, ji.
नास्ति जी.
Okay. Then we are going to see something important. Please pay attention. There are two types of grammar rules. This is in general. This is in general, not pertaining to Sanskritam alone. Two types of grammar rules. One is prescriptive grammar. Other one is descriptive grammar. What do you mean by prescriptive grammar? Prescriptive grammar prescribes what should be. That is called prescriptive grammar. These grammar systems are evolved for an artificial language, like the computer languages are all artificial language, created language. They're all the language with which you interact with the computer, like C++, Java, Pascal. That there is a particular syntax is there. The rules are there. The rules are first formed and then the language is created. Those are prescriptive grammar. That is what we call in computer language syntax. And there is another type of grammar is there, which is called descriptive. All the natural languages, they come under descriptive grammar system. They describe what it is. The language is not created. The language is there for which the grammar system is created. To make the language more refined, more proper use, to make the usage of the language more proper, the grammar systems evolved later. The grammar systems were developed later. Those type of grammar is called descriptive grammar. Now you tell me, this Paniniya Ashtadhyayi, is it prescriptive or descriptive? Please answer, any one of you. Is it prescriptive Paniniya Vyakaranam, prescriptive grammar va, athava descriptive grammar va?
पाणिनीय संस्कृतं डिस्क्रिप्टिव ग्रामर एव, परन्तु इदानीं we are using it artificial language.
No, it is always descriptive grammar only. Sanskritam, the bhasha tu asti eva. Bhasha tu asti eva. Vartamanayaha bhashayaha vyakaranam likitam Paniniya Maharshina. Ataha descriptive eva bhavati. Right? Not that Paniniya Maharshi wrote grammar system first, and after that he developed the language. He and along with the experts, the language developers, they sat and had a meeting and then developed the language. Not like that, right? So therefore it is descriptive.
Descriptive grammar.
Paninian grammar is a descriptive grammar for a natural language in contrast with the prescriptive language for artificial language, where the grammar precedes the language. That's the difference. You can note artificial language is that where the grammar precedes the language, whereas in natural language, the grammar not preceding. This is the language. The grammar comes after the language. Language first and then grammar. That is descriptive. That is natural language. Grammar first and then the language. That is artificial language, prescriptive. Understand? Is it clear?
Yes, Ji.
Okay, good. Then the Sutra work of Panini Maharishi, I always call with the Panini Maharishi because it's not an ordinary person. You have to note here, it's not Panini, just Panini. He's a Maharishi. It's a great Rishi. What he had done is not an ordinary thing. Not possible for a normal human brain. If you study Ashtadhyayi, you will understand. What an extraordinary brilliance that Panini Maharishi should have been. Unimaginable brilliancy. You know, Panini Maharishi, when he was a kid, do you know the story of him? His childhood. Have you heard?
No, sir.
No. He was the most dullard in the class, in the Gurukulam. He was the most dullard student in the Gurukulam. His guru used to scold him and treated him unworthy. The wife of his guru told him, you go and do tapas. You go to the top of the mountain and do tapas on Lord Shiva. He did penance, severe penance he did. Then Lord Shiva appeared and revealed Akshara Samamnayam, that is called Mageshwara Sutra, which became the basis for developing the Ashtadhyayi. So from a dullard student to the most intelligent, unimaginably intelligent, that what brain cannot describe, he had developed Ashtadhyayi. He became a most brilliant. It's not an ordinary thing. So it was revealed to him. The grammar was revealed to him, like Vedas were revealed to the Rishi. Similarly, grammar was revealed, Ashtadhyayi was revealed, that Mageshwara Sutra was revealed to the Rishi. Therefore, he's a Rishi. Therefore, only I call him as Rishi. Rishi is Rishati Janati iti Rishihi. Rishati Janati Pashyati. He sees, like we see with our eyes, and we get knowledge. It is so clear. We see objects and things and we gain knowledge. Similarly, for him, the vision is so clear. He has got that insight. He sees that. Therefore, it's a Rishi, Panini Maharishi. The Sutra work of Panini Maharishi is called Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi contains all the rules pertaining to Vyakaranam, and the rules are presented in the form of short sentences which are referred to as Sutrani. Sutra is Akarantaha Napumsakalinga Shabdaha. Sutra. Pala Shabdavat Tasya Rupam Bhavati. Palam Pale Palani Tadvat Sutram Sutre Sutrani. Sutram Sutre Sutrani. Sutrena Sutrabhyam Sutrehi iti Pala Shabdavat Bhavati. So Sutrani Bhagavachanam. So Sutrani means sutras. So the sutras are in the form of simple, short sentences. In fact, it is not a sentence. A sentence must have a kriyapadam. A tingantam must be there. In sutras, there will not be any kriyapadam. If kriyapadam is there, then it becomes a vakya as it is in the normal language, logical language. It doesn't have any kriyapadam. You will see what are the lakshanas. Lakshanas a sutra must have. Sutra lakshanani kani. We'll see. Then a sutra is a way of presenting information, very brief, and following traditional verse characterizes what a sutra is. So, what is a sutram? What is the lakshana of a sutram? If we ask, that is presented in the form of a shloka. You please repeat after me. Unmute your mic and repeat. Okay. Alpaksharam asandigdham.
अल्पाक्षरम्
असन्दिग्ध्यम्
Asandigdham. Okay.
अदिग्धम्
Alpaksharam asandigdham.
अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धम्
Saravat vishvato mukham.
तारवद् विश्वतो मुखम्
Saravat vishvato mukham.
सारवद् विश्वतो मुखम्
Astobham anavadyam cha.
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च
Sutram sutravido viduhu.
सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः
Okay. Now we will see what this sutra is. I will show you another slide where I have described everything in very detail. You can see that slide also. I will send you later after the class. Sutra Lakshanani. Alpaksharam Asandigdham Saravat Vishvatomukam Astobham Anavadhyam. All these are Shad Lakshanani Sutrasya. Sutra Lakshanani Shad Bhavanti Kanitani Alpaksharam Vishvatomukam Saravat Asandigdham Astobham Anavadhyam. Do you all see the PowerPoint? Yes? Huh?
आम जी दृश्यते.
Okay, good. A sutra must have the above 6 features, Lakshana. Only when it has the 6 features, then only it is deserved to be called a sutram by the knowers of the sutram. That is the meaning of the shloka, what you read now. We will see each word in detail. Alpaksharam, one sutra lakshanam. Pratama sutra lakshanam, alpaksharam. Dvitiya sutra lakshanam, asandigdham. Tritiya saravat. Chaturtha vishvato mukam. Astobam panchama. Anavadyam shashta. So, Shat Sutra Lakshanani, Sutrasya Lakshanani, Shat Bhavanti. Iti Sutra Vidaha Viduhu. Sutram. That Sutra having the 6 Lakshana is considered to be by the knowers of the Sutra. That is the meaning of the shloka. That is what I have given here. A Sutra must have these 6 features, Lakshanam. Only when it has 6 features, then it is deserved to be called a Sutram by the knowers of the Sutram. So what are these all Sutra Lakshanam? That we will see. Alpaksharam, Pratama Lakshanam, Alpaksharam. Alpam cha, Adaha Aksharam cha. Akshara means letters. There should be minimum number of letters. It should be like in the capsule form. Minimum number of letters. A sutra must have minimum number of words, and the words must have minimum number of letters. Therefore, it must be very, very brief. So, minimum number of letters, aksharam. Aksharam is letters. And the combination, or the combination of aksharam form the words. The words combine to form a sentence. The number of words also should be minimum. A number of letters in the words also should be minimum. That is the important sutra lakshanam. So alpam in terms of aksharam and also in the number of sutras. And number of sutras also. Because it is sutra literature, you cannot write the sutras in number of sutras you cannot write. The computer programming, Java and coding and all, the lines are also have to be reduced. You cannot write program. The computer program, as a developer, you will know what it means. You cannot write program number of lines. The lines also have to be made simple, to be reduced. Otherwise, the program will become very complicated. Similarly, here also, the number of sutras should be less. So less number of sutras, less number of words, and less number of letters in the word, conveying a lot of information. The information is very tightly packed. That is why when the sutra is interpreted, It will give you a lot of information. You can write books and books. You can write books and books after the sutra. So many commentaries are there because sutra contain so much information. A single sutram can be opened like a book, which contains many information tightly packed. A long paragraph or description cannot be called a sutram. You cannot call it as a sutram. So there is no description and it should not be long. Because a sutram is brief and concise, as an advantage. What is that? It becomes easy for memorization. The rules can be easily memorized. Sandhi rules, etc. can be easily memorized. We are going to see, then there you will understand. So this alpaksharatvam is an important lakshanam. Then comes the next one, alpaksharam asandigdham. Sandigdha means samshaya. Samshaya ragitam asandigdham. Na sandigdham asandigdham. It must be free from doubts, free from ambiguity, free from vagueness. The sutram should be clear. Sutra must be very clear. Clarity must be there. It should be unambiguous, free from ambiguity. Therefore, if it is, therefore only it is not subject to various interpretations. The sutram not subject to various interpretations because it doesn't mislead the reader of the sutra. It is very clear, therefore it cannot mislead. So that is asandigdham, very important. The sutra must give very clear knowledge and right knowledge when it is read. Therefore, the sutram should be written that way, giving clear and correct knowledge, right knowledge to the readers. This is another important lakshanam. If there is doubt, if there is ambiguity, then the sutram loses its sutratvam. So, if ambiguity, then what will happen? If it will be subject to different interpretations. If it is subject to different interpretations, then which one to adopt? That is a problem. Therefore, asandigdham, important feature. So, alpaksharam is and asandigdham. Then saravat. Saram asya asti iti saravat. It must deal with only the subject matter. It should not focus on anything other than that. It must be highly focused. Vyakaranam that talks about a particular rule means it must talk about that only. It should not cover other non-essentials. So be precise, to the point, focus. That is the meaning, saravat. Then Vishwatomukam, another important, Vishwatomukam. Sutram must be multifaceted. It must be able to use in different contexts or topics and convey the meaning intended. The meaning of the sutra will not change, but the sutra can be used in different contexts, different topics. That is called Vishwatomukam. Mukam means face. Vishwataha is universe. So it is called multifaceted. Like a mobile phone, I give an example here. You can see mobile phone. Mobile phone you can use as a timepiece to watch time or set alarm. And also you can watch YouTube, you can watch Facebook, anything you can do. You can attend classes also through mobile phone. You can use it as a computer. Mobile phone is meant for what? It meant for talking. It's not only meant for talking, it has got other purposes also. That is a Vishwatomukam of Jangama Dura Vani. Similarly, Sutram also must be able to serve, able to function and different situations and give without compromising on the meaning. That's called versatility of the Sutram. So if a Sutram can be used in different topics, then it reduces the number of sutras required to be written. So one sutra at one place is sufficient. That sutra can be used in different topics in different places. Different places, different topics will be there. That you can use the same sutra if it is placed in one position. In the grammar work, in the Ashtadhyayi. its location is only one. Even though location is only one, it has got utility in many places. That is the Vishwato Mukham. This is another important Lakshanam. Then Astobam, Nastobam, Astobam. Stoba is glorification. There should not be any glorification. There should not be any unnecessary words. There should not be any exclamation. All those things are not allowed because it disturbs or distorts the brevity of the sutra. Therefore, not allowed. In the shloka and all, chatu, etc., chatu, tatha, all these words are used for pada puranartham. For the sake of the meter, they use. All these things are not allowed in the sutra. And you know one thing, a Vaiyakarana, for Vaiyakarana, saving a letter, an akshara in a sutra, will, for them, it is putrotsavam manyante. It gives as much happiness as though a son is born to them. So putrotsavam manyante Vaiyakaranaha. So therefore, they are very particular in making the sutra having minimum number of letters. So when there is the alpaksharatvam, how can we have astobham? Therefore, how can we allowed to have stobham? Therefore, astobham. So no other extraordinary, not extraordinary, no other extra words. No other extra words allowed. And there is no need for pada purna, etc. Because this is not like the shloka, Anushtup Chanda shloka, or the Trishtup, not for it's reciting or chanting the way generally it is done, a Gita, etc. So therefore, we don't need any extra letters or extra words. Therefore, it is very particular. That is astobam. Then the last one is anavadyam. It should be free from fault. Two types of faults are possible. Fault in terms of artha and fault in terms of shabda. A sutra must be free from both. Sutra must be free from both. Arthataha api, shabdataha api. So, sutra must be free from blemish, free from fault, both in terms of the meaning as well as the word. In terms of the word also, and in terms of the meaning, what it conveys. In both, it should be free from errors, mistakes, fault, blemish. So, blemishless, anavadyam. So, therefore, these six are the sutra lakshanani. The sutram which fulfills all the six features is considered, is worth to be called a sutram by the knowers of the sutram. That is the meaning. Let us chant again one more time. Alpaksharam asandigdham
Alpaksharam asandigdham
Sarabhat Vishwato Mukham
Saravishvato mukham
Astobham Anavadyam Cha
Astobham anavadyam cha
Sutram Sutravido Viduhu.
Sutram sutravido viduhu.
So now you understand?
Yes.
Alpakshara means Alpaksharam
Contain a little number of words.
minimum number of letters. Asandigdham, free from doubts. Right? Saravat should deal only with the subject matter, the essential, not non-essential. It should not deal with non-essential things. Talk or focus on the topic alone. Vishwatomukam. What is the meaning of Vishwatomukam? By seeing the word itself, we can tell the meaning. Mukam means face. Vishwata is Sarvata. Sarvatomukam, Vishwatomukam. Multifaceted. It should serve different purposes. It means the same sutra serves in the context of Sandhi. It may serve in the context of other Other topics also located in one place, it serves many purposes, many topics. That's Vishwatomukha. Astobam,
Glorification words should not.
yes, no glorificatory words or no other unnecessary, the extra words, extra fittings, not allowed. Anavadyam,
It should be blemishless.
free, should be free from
Fault.
fault, blemish. It should not use a shabda which is meaningless. It should not use a shabda which is grammatically also not correct. So that is anavadyam, free from blemish. Sutra vidaha, sutram veti iti sutra vidaha, the knowers of sutra, sutram, sutra lakshanam, etani sutra lakshanani iti viduhu, they know. So sutram viduhu, sutra vidaha, sutram viduhu, sentence. Viduhu is lakara. It's a viduhu is a kriya padam. Okay. If you don't know, please note. Viduhu is jananti ityartaha. Viduhu is equal to jananti. Sutra vidaha jananti. Sutra vida, they know or they understand the sutram to be having this shad lakshanani. Okay, understand?
Amji.
Very good. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask after this. Any doubts? Yes. Yes or no?
Nasti ji.
Nasti ji.
Okay. Then we'll continue. This is the introduction to Paninian Vyakaranam system, for which 15 hours are given. But we are not going to do 15 hours. We can do, provided we have time. Into अस्माकं समीपे समयः नास्ति. Therefore, proceed. अत्र पश्यतु, अल्पाक्षरं, brief, brevity at all levels. Same number of letters or words or sutras. Asandigdam, free from, not free for, free from ambiguity. Saravat, essence. Vishwatomukam, meaningful in all context. Astobam, nastobam, astobam, no extra letter or price. Stobam means an obstruction or hymn of praise, excess of letters at the end of a rik, set to music seen in Samaveda. Therefore, that should not be there. Then anavadyam, fault. Blemishless, faultless, not faultness. L should come, the typo. I'll correct it later. It should be irreproachable. It should be irreproachable, means should not make itself condemnable. That's what it means. Anavadyam. Paniniya Vyakaranam. Samskrita Bhashayam Paniniyam Vyakaranam Sarvatishayi Vartate. The most exalted Vyakarana system is Paniniya Vyakarana system. Ashtadhyayi, a sutra work, contains all the rules pertaining to Sanskrit grammar. I have written Sanskrit, but I never use the word Sanskrit. I always say Samskrita. That anglicized word is not correct. Samskrita is correct. S-A-M with the diacritical marks. Samskrita, S-A-M-S-K-R-T-A-M. Sanskritam with the diacritical marks is important. That the international standard system is there for diacritical marks. If you are using transliteration, one has to follow that. So, all the rules pertaining to Samskrita Vyakaranam written by Panini. These rules are presented in the form of short sentences which are referred to as sutras, sutrani. There is a slight difference of opinion amongst the scholars regarding the exact number of sutras, but everyone agrees there are approximately 4,000 sutras in Ashtadhyayi. Therefore, Ashtadhyayi has got 4,000 sutras. What is Ashtadhyayi? What is Ashta?
8.
Adhyaya?
Chapters or
Chapters only.
parts?
Chapters. 8 chapters. In 8 chapters, 4,000 sutras are there. The number of sutras in each chapter, if you sum it, it will come around 4,000 sutras.
Sutra.
Ashta Adhyaya. Ashta Adhyayaha Santi. Pratyekam Adhyaye Kati Padaha Santi. कति पादाः सन्ति? चत्वारः पादाः सन्ति प्रत्येकम् अध्याये प्रत्येक अध्याये चत्वारः पादाः सन्ति. Each adhyaya has got 4 pada. Pada means section. So 8 chapters, each chapter having 4 sections. So how many sections are there?
32 ji.
32. No doubt, 32. There are 32 sections. So each chapter has got 4 sections. 8 chapters are there, therefore 32 sections.
32.
And the number of sutras which are covered in the 32 sections are 4,000 sutras. And number of sutras in each section, there is no limit. Some sections are small, some sections are very big. Therefore, there is no condition that each section must have a fixed number of sutra. There is no such condition. It is the wish of the Maharishi, the author. So there are some sections which are very short, and there are some sections which are very long. Okay, so 8 chapters having 4 sections. I mean, each chapter having 4 sections, 8 chapters being there, therefore 32 sections containing 4,000 sutras. Now, this book of approximately 4,000 sutras is divided into 8 adhyayaha, chapters, and hence the name Ashtadhyayi. Ashtanam adhyayanam samaharaha Ashtadhyayi. This is samahara dvandva samasa. Ashtadhyayi, the word, the vigraha vakya of the word is Ashtanam adhyayanam samaharaha. Samahara means group. The group of 8 chapters is called by the name Ashtadhyayi. Each of these chapters contain 4 padaha, sections. Therefore, these adhyayaha or padaha are referred to as Pratama Adhyaye, Pratama Padaha. Means what? The first chapter, first section. Pratama Adhyaye, Dvitiya Padaha means
The first chapter, second section.
second section. Like that, we can go on up to, okay. Is there Pratama Adhyaye, Panchama Padaha?
Nasti.
Nasti, because only 4 chapters. So up to Ashtama Adhyaye, Chaturtha Padaha. That is the last pada. 8th chapter, 4th pada. So thus we have a total of 32 pada divided into 8 adhyaya containing a total of 4,000 sutras. The number of sutras, as I said before, varies in each adhyaya and even in each pada. Some padas are as small as 50 to 60 sutras, whereas some others are as large as 200 plus sutras. The smallest pada is Dvitiya Adhyayasya Dvitiya Padaha with only 38 sutras. And the largest one is Shashtama Adhyayasya Pratama Padaha, which contains 223 sutras. Shashtama Adhyayasya Pratama Padaha. This Adhyaya Pada arrangement gives each sutra a unique number. Now that we are going to see that, please pay attention, more attention here. Consider, for example, the sutra. Arpitaji, can you read this? Padatu. Kimasti atra sutram. Unmute krutva kripaya padatu. Arpitaji. I call the particular name. Please unmute and read. Can you all hear me?
Ji, shruyate.
And please read. What is that written here?
Iko Yenachi.
Iko Yanachi. Have you heard this before? Shrutam Kim Purvam. Huh? Purvam Shrutam Kim.
Nasti Mahoday.
What about others?
Nasti. Ji.
Nasti.
Okay. Iko Yanachi. It's a sutra. This sutra occurs at the 77th place in the Pratama Pada of the Shashtam Adhyaya. The 6th chapter, first section, 77th sutra is Iko yena achi. This is what yen sandhi is. So we will refer to the sutra by the number 6177. 6, then don't think this is 1. Okay, let me write it. Then you will understand. Just a minute. You can tell me when to stop, I will stop it. I think we are nearing the slide. After that, I will stop. If it is interesting, tell me. If it is boring also, you tell me. Okay. Then you can see. Do you see my word file?
Ji.
Is it interesting or boring?
Ji, it's very interesting.
6177. 6th chapter, first pada, Shashta Adhyaya, Pratama Padaha, and Sutra is 77th. Saptatihi Sutra. 6177. And here the first digit is can go up to maximum 8. Here it is 6. Similarly, second digit stands for the pada. It can go up to 4. Can I have say 5? There is no 5. Fifth pada not available. So maximum up to 4. And here there is no limit. I mean, the sutras are, as I said, smallest section is there and longest section also it is there. But this sutra is located in 6th chapter, 4th pada, 77th sutra. Similarly, some of you said Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. That sutra is Akasavarne Dirgaha. Akasavarne Dirgaha. This is a sutra. For Dirgha Sandhi, this is a sutra. This is located in the 6th chapter, first section, same, not 6.4, sorry, this is 6.1. By mistake, I wrote 6.4. This is 1. 6th chapter, first section, 77th sutra is Ikonachi, and Akasavani Dirga is 6th chapter, first section, its sutra number is 101. So later, when you study Ashtadhyayi, when you grow, advance, we will tell only the number 61107, 6177. What sutra is applied? Either you will tell eco energy or you will tell the number 6177 is applied. So that much training is required. It will come. It comes after a few classes when you practice. When you study Ashtadhyayi, it comes. We refer to the sutra by the number. In fact, we just say the number. We don't say the sutra even. Okay. Now let us continue. You see now next one. More examples. This is slide. Vriddhiradaj 111. That is a first sutra. First chapter, first section, first sutra. Vriddhiradaj 111. And Halantyam. First chapter, third section, third sutra. Halantyam. Similarly, other sutras. So by this we can understand the sutra, which chapter, which pada, and what is the location, where it is, with sutra number. By the number you can identify the sutra. Okay, up to this it's clear?
Ji.
Very good. Then
Yes, sir.
different types of sutras are there. I will tell you some few types with examples. Other types that is out of scope now for your syllabus. When the context come, or later when you're interested, you ask me, I will teach you those sutras when the context come. Now, at the types of sutra, all these things you need to know. You need to, in fact, you have to memorize this. You can repeat. Sutra Vidhani. Sanya cha paribhasha cha.
Sanya cha paribhasha cha
Vidhir niyamayeva cha.
vidhe niyanameva
Macha.
Atideshodhikarascha.
Adideshodhikarascha
Shadvidham sutra lakshanam.
Shadvidham sutra lakshanam
6 types of sutras are mentioned. One is Sanya. I told you, you will be knowing what is Sanya is. It has come now. Sanya. Sanya is name. And Paribhasha. Paribhasha is interpretation.
Short forms.
Sorry. Paribhasha.
Short forms.
Not short forms. Paribhasha is interpretational sutra. A sutra has got a system, a format to interpret. That is Paribhasha. We will see that.
Okay.
Then Vidhi Sutra. That is what Vidhi is. Vidhi is Sandhi Sutra, etc. Vidhi Sutra. Vidhi, Niyama. Then Niyamana Sutras. That is different. Niyamana Sutra is that which regulates. Atidesha, that which extends the scope of application of a rule. Atidesha. Adhikara is topical sutra. So 6 types of sutrams are there. Sanya number 1, Paribhasha number 2, Vidhi Sutra number 3, Niyamana Sutra number 4, Atidesha Sutrani number 5, Adhikara Sutrani number 6. I will explain each one of them with examples. You will understand. Shall we continue now or stop here?
We'll stop here, sir.
Very good. Yes. Thanks for saying that. Otherwise, I'll go up to 8 o'clock night. You have to tell me. Okay. Okay. Before we wind up, any samshayah asti chet कृपया प्रष्टुं शक्यते. कथमस्ति कक्षा? इच्छति वा?
सम्यक् अस्ति जि.
एकवारम् एतत् पीपीटी अपि घनः मध्ये स्थापयितुं शक्नोति वा?
अहं प्रेषितवान्. पूर्वमपि प्रेषितवान्. कक्षा.
गणे अस्ति शाम्भवी.
कुत्र?
न जी, गणे अस्ति किल, वाट्सप् गणे.
अहं प्रेषितवान्. पूर्वमेव प्रेषितवान्.
तदेव.
अवश्यं प्रेषयामि.
अस्तु जी. जी, इदानीं सन्देहः नास्ति. अनन्तरं पुनः यदा वीक्ष्यं पश्यामः तदा सन्देहः अस्ति चेत् आह्वातुं शक्यते वा जि? दूरवाणीं कृत्वा प्रष्टुं शक्यते वा मया?
अवश्यं कर्तुं शक्यते. कापि समस्या नास्ति.
बहु धन्यवादः जी.
धन्यवादः. So we'll wind up now.
See, you have uploaded only till Vedanga ji.
ஆம் ஜி. மார்னிங் என்ன எடுத்தீங்களோ சோ அதா ஜி போட்டுருக்கேன்.
The rest I will post it now.
अस्तु जी.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः जी.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
धन्यवादः.